Hello and welcome to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. I'm Brett Chapin. That's engineer Paul Madrid over there. Thanks for joining us on La La Land. This is the only nationally broadcast show by Los Angeles artists about Los Angeles artists. Paul Madrid, I can't believe I just got brought on the commercial before this was Pat Boone. I didn't know Pat Boone had a show on CRN.
Oh, yeah, he's had it here for years.
That's really cool. My sister's a big Pat Boone fan.
Really?
She's going to love hearing that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff to get through in this first segment, so I'm just going to speed right through. First of all, we have amazing guests today. We have two actors and the director of an incredible film called Parallel Avenue. We have Leor Baum, Kesia Elwin, and Sarah Schulte. And we also have the director of programming for the Los Angeles Stage Alliance, Doug Clayton, joining us. So we're looking forward to talking to all of them. Co-host contest. You know, in 1 week from today, I'm going to be sitting here announcing our 5 finalists in the co-host contest, or co-host search, I should say.
Wow.
Kind of exciting.
One more week, folks.
One more week, guys. We're looking for a permanent co-host on La La Land. We are taking video submissions, just 1 to 2 minutes of you in front of the camera telling us a little bit about yourself and why you know you would be a great co-host. You can send them to lalalandtalk@gmail.com, and please send them in by Friday at midnight. That is the deadline. We're going to take 5 finalists and give them each a 1-week guest co-hosting spot here on the show, and we're going to be announcing the winner, I guess. Is it? I don't know if they're winning anything, but
they're winning the spot.
Yeah, there you go. We're announcing the winner of the spot on December 1st. So I can't wait to see who it is. We're getting some great submissions from people, but we need more. I would like to have a choice of some more. So please send in your submissions to lalalandtalk@gmail.com. And while we're talking about that, I want to thank NTS Media Online and All Access Music Group for posting stories this week about our co-host search. It was really cool of them to pick up on those stories.
Yeah, I saw that article.
Yeah. Oh, and Talkers Magazine, too.
Right, that too.
Yeah, good stuff. We've got some exciting guests coming up. T.U. Leek, who is a former KTLA news reporter. She used to do the news desk with Hal Fishman.
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah. She's coming in at the end of the month.
Wow.
Cannot wait to talk to her. And we also have next week, Aaron and Kelly from NBC Radio are coming in to talk with us. They are at KCAA, along with the girls from Guides the Web series, who have a Indiegogo account with 6 more days left for funding for Guides the Web series. So if you would like to give to their Indiegogo account, please feel free. It's an excellent series, and I may or may not be playing a radio host in it. We'll see. The website is indiegogo.com/guides-season1. And we're going to be back to talk with Leor Baum, Kesia Elwin, and Sarah Schulte of the film Parallel Avenue. Give them a call if you have questions at 1-800-336-2225. We'll be back on La La Land on CRN Digital Talk.
It was ours. A perfect private rhythm.
That was the trailer for Parallel Avenue, and we have with us the director and 2 actors from Parallel Avenue. We have Leor Baum, Kesia Elwin, and Sarah Schulte. Thank you so much for joining us, the 3 of you.
Thank you for having us.
So, for those that haven't heard of it, tell everyone a little bit about Parallel Avenue. What's the plot? What's the idea behind it? Leor, start with you.
Okay. The film is about 5 women who sharing their memories of Los Angeles throughout the city. And you see that they are talking about places and memories that they have, and it's really a piece about LA that is told through the experiences of these 5 women. So it's based on, growing up in LA and seeing different sides of it that you just wish people knew about, and just trying to find different characters that express the way certain parts of the city feel. That's where it comes from.
Great. Where did the idea for the film come to you?
I think I was on a bus one day going on Wilshire Boulevard, and I was thinking, this got to be the longest street in the city. And there's so many intersections, and I wondered, what if there was one woman whose whole life sort of took place on this street? That was like a Wilshire Boulevard idea. And then the city's so big, and there's so many types of people here, I figured, well, why don't I just concentrate on the spread out element, how everybody sort of leaves these parallel lives, and they have so much in common, but they don't know each other. So I made it 5 women instead of 1, and chose parts of the city that I knew the best and that I felt attached to.
Yeah, the thing that I really like about the film, and why I think it kind of relates to this show, is that it really focuses on the scenery and the visuals of Los Angeles, and that's I would say that Los Angeles is one of the 6th actor in your film.
Yeah, it's you hear the director say that, like, oh, it's like a character in the film, but it really, this time it is. It's the women are actually addressing the city itself. They're talking to the city as if it's someone who gave them this experience personally in their lives. So, I mean, the city is just it's so multifaceted, and everybody has, like, love stories and tragedies and things that happened when they moved here. So it's just, it's ripe for all that stuff. LA. It's
basically 5 vignettes, 5 different women and their stories about Los Angeles and their thoughts about the city.
Absolutely.
So what's going on with it as far as distribution? I know that you're in a couple of film festivals right now.
Yeah, we premiered at the LA Shorts Fest about a month back, and it's currently we're just submitting it. We finished it only a few months ago. And in terms of distribution, the first thing we want to do is get as many people in LA to see it as possible. Yes. Because it's such a LA-centric thing that you want people who grew up here to sort of experience something different about the city. And then from there, we're open to wherever people accept it. But that's the main focus, is get it a home here, get people to see it here, and then spread it out in other countries, hopefully. I mean, it's I think a lot of people can relate to it, even if it's not about LA for them.
I think so too. I think everybody that lives in the Los Angeles, well, everybody should see it, but especially people that live in the Los Angeles area should definitely check it out.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yeah. Where can people find information about it? I know that you have that trailer on YouTube. Where can people find information about what's going on with Parallel Avenue?
Well, there's a couple of places. I mean, the main site, our official site, is on rooftopmind.com. That's our production company. So you can see all our other films, and it's rooftopmind.com/Parallel Avenue. That's one way you can just see all the info, a little bit more how it got made, and then Facebook, we give updates all the time. So Rooftop Mind also has a Facebook page that we keep everybody up to date with the screenings and little extras that they can find. So that's where a lot of the stuff's been happening, is on Facebook right now.
Great. Yeah, I'm really glad. I love it being contacted by people about things like this, because I would have never been exposed to this film had you not contacted me. So I'm really glad that you did.
It just, sometimes you just see a coincidence, like they're promoting LA, we're trying to promote LA. Let's see if we have like this in common, and you did. I mean, you responded to it, and that made it feel like it's worthwhile.
Yeah, Yeah, it's an excellent film. And Sarah and Kesia, how did the two of you get involved in this?
Hi.
Either one of you can start.
Hi, I'm Kesia. Well, I got involved. The concept itself really called my attention. I moved to LA recently, so I saw so much variety in the city itself that was not the stereotypical, just the West Side type of lifestyle or Beverly Hills type of lifestyle. So the way he was depicting this side of LA was very interesting for me, because I think it has so much variety, so many cultures, so many stories. And in fact, I think those 5 vignettes really can be individually a story on its own. So it was really, really what really caught my attention. And then Rosa, the character that I was playing, I love the fact that she was in all downtown, and she was speaking to downtown because it's so full of life, I think. So, yeah.
Great. And what about for you, sir?
Well, this project literally had my name on it. So that was one thing that really caught my attention. But like Kesia said, the story behind it was just so beautiful. And for Leor to have this idea and bring it to life, I could not wait to jump at this chance. And when I came in to audition for him and I had to tell him, I said, I'm your Sarah. I am. This is me. It is.
Yeah.
And the ironic part is I'm from California, and you don't find a lot of girls like the character I played, Sarah. She's this wholesome, sweet girl coming in from a small town, following the love of her life, and which is theater. But for me, I've grown up in California my entire life, and being that girl that is following her dream here, you don't see that a lot. So I was in love with the chance of trying. So thank you.
Yeah, I think actors especially should see the film because I think a lot of them would relate to your character. There's a lot of shots of you outside different theaters and outside old theaters or shut down theaters, some stuff at Griffith Observatory. It's really great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's such an experience to shoot because some of these places I had never even known existed. I mean, I'd never been to the Griffith Observatory for how long I've been here. Gosh, we just had the most beautiful places to go to. I never would have expected the school that was burnt down. What was that called?
Oh, that was originally this place was called the Jane House. I don't know if you know it, Brett. On Hollywood and Vine, it used to be the home or the school where all the Hollywood kids used to go to. Chaplin's kids, Pickford's kids used to go there.
Oh, really?
And since then, we always knew it was like this, like really almost like a LA monument, like a landmark. And when we went there, we couldn't find it. We didn't know where it went. It had been burnt in this fire, and it was all covered up. And there was a whole new bar scene that was all surrounding it. So we went to the second floor of this bar, like cantina area, and saw that, hey, it's actually here. We filmed the very top of it, and actually got to preserve a piece of LA that was
lost.
old Hollywood. Old Hollywood.
That's great.
Beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That was a cool moment.
Guys, we're talking with the director and two of the actresses from Parallel Avenue. If you have any questions for them about Parallel Avenue or anything else, make sure you give us a call at 1-800-336-2225. That's 1-800-336-2225. We'll be back on La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. I'm Brett Chapin. We are talking today with the director and two actors from the film Parallel Avenue. We have Leor Baum, Kesia, Elwin, and Sarah Schulte. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Hi, thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
So let's talk about challenges, guys. What were some of the, and any one of you, open this up to any one of you, what are some of the challenges that you faced during the filming process?
That's a good question, actually.
You should go first then.
I've gotta think about that, man. Do you have an answer?
Challenges.
Thinking.
Well, maybe we were shooting. We had a tight schedule, so we had to get a lot of the scenes done in one day, and we had several locations because they really did an amazing job looking for places to depict LA in a very unusual way, differently, so people could see actually through the images also what he wrote, what Leor wrote.
Yeah.
So the time, it was fast paced, I would say, and we really, I think that was we had a great, beautiful day that day we shot actually, and the sunset was golden, was beautiful. So, but we were like on top of the schedule. At
Absolutely, but because I would say for her segment, we had the most challenges because there were a couple moments, ran into a couple shady characters, which is a downtown LA kind of thing.
Okay.
And guy on the bridge, get off my bridge. Guys at the LA River, just like
Get off my
looking for
river.
trouble in the
Bridge.
LA River. So I'm like, okay, luckily we knew what we were doing and we got the shots off before we got any run-ins, so that was good. But I would say that for Kesia, there was a moment, I don't know if you remember this, but
The gang.
we were driving and the idea of shooting a script but not actually talking to any other characters in it and having it, they have to keep in their head the part of the monologue or the concentration of what they're going to be focusing on, expressing. Sometimes it feels like you have nothing to react to. So I said, I'm not going to make you look like Sean Penn, Tree of Life, like wandering around looking for a director.
Then you're like,
Sure.
what am I really doing here? But
It's easy to
actually-
lose track because there's no one else there but you and the
Yeah.
view, you know? So it was good that everyone had a real focus. That could have been a challenge, but they really knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And Leor did an excellent job actually bringing me back to just refreshing, because there were beautiful poetry monologues, but
Sure.
they were so accurate to how the city would be influencing each character and what would you be living through what you see in the city, So it was,
Yeah.
it was really beautiful.
Yeah, well, you guys got through the challenges and ended up with a great final product. So I really want people to see this film. I got to say it's fantastic. So
We're excited.
Yeah.
Like we were talking that people in LA don't know everything about LA. I think they would love to see at least something different than what they're used to.
absolutely.
At least see a part that they'd never seen or want to go somewhere after watching it. Those kind of things that makes it all that much. That would be the reward for people to be excited about the city.
We have a call for you. Actually, we have Beth in Irvine calling. Hi, Beth.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, Beth. Did you have a question for our actors and director?
Well, I have a couple. One of them is for Leor. I noticed on his website he uses murals in parts of the city, and he mentioned that he got the idea from being on a bus, but I was wondering, did the murals sort of shape the movie, the pieces that he did with each of the women? And then my second question is for Sarah, does the character she plays, well, obviously it doesn't reflect her own experience because she's from California, but was it a stretch to play someone from maybe a small state other than California?
I'll answer, Beth, your question about the murals. We originally scouted for these locations, and I was hoping to find a mural in the part of the city where the character would be that would represent them. I tried to do it for every character. A couple times we went back to the location and it had been painted over. Like that actually happens a lot in LA. Things just change that fast. So, I mean, there was inspiration in the murals and the certain things that show culture, but it wasn't completely about the characters. They were just places that represent like the emotions each character was going through in some way. So it was just a tapestry if we could get it.
To answer the second part of that question, for me, I grew up in a very small suburb, and it was very quaint, and everybody knew everybody's business, so it was very loving and familial. And coming to the city, it's a bit of a stretch, but I could relate to the character so well because this is one that you see all the time, and you wish you could help that girl say, all right, you're going to be so much better off coming to the city, getting out of that small town, going out of your comfort zone. And I had so much fun doing this part, being someone not myself for just 5 minutes out of the day. Who doesn't like to play dress up? Who doesn't like to get creative and be imaginative? And that was such a reward for me. So hope that answered the question.
Thanks for calling, Beth.
Thank you.
We're going to be back just to say our goodbyes to our incredible director and cast on La La Land on CRN Digital Talk.